It's the Murder Master Music Show. 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 Hip-hop is dead, but we don't resurrect it. You follow what mainstream says, but here it gets rejected. If you wearing tight jeans, don't expect to get respected. I'm from a time where wearing black was always on your checklist. From a time where faggots get checked if they reckless. From a time where if you got too much shine, we snatch your necklace. This real shit here, Illuminati, fuck the industry. We represent the street and they respect our street ministries. Take no shorts and cut the middleman, literally. This hip-hop savior, our birth scenes like nativity. This a place where no one sells out for reliability, and the masses can get a chance to explore more creativity. You gotta be kidding me. If you call that hip-hop, niggas with box shades and fluorescent flip-flop. We killing Big Brother, cause we know he watch. You don't like what I'm doing, then you can suck mine. And you don't stop. It's the Murder Master Music Show. 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 It's the Murder Master Music Show.
Man, what's up, everybody? Episode 337, Murder Master Music Show, only at UGSforlife.com. We bring on my co-host, Mac J. Man, tonight we got another legendary show, Mac. Man, we got a guy that
337.
You know what I'm saying, part of a team that helps sell like 75 million plus records. You know what I'm saying, for starters. Man, this is the one and only Odell, man. I'm going to bring him on straight out of New Orleans. How you doing, Odell?
Hey, man, what's going on? I'm doing good. How about you?
Man,
we good, man. We good.
We're definitely honored to have you on the show. I didn't know how to intro you. I just said 75 million records. Is that accurate or am I off?
It's not. It's somewhere around there, man. We just stopped counting. I guess it's somewhere around there. Y'all know better than we do. We just stay in the studio. Yeah,
right. You guys are in there making the classic stuff. But you made a lot of classic records. What are you doing nowadays?
Man, I still make music. But I advise a lot of artists now, a lot of producers mainly, trying to help them get in there and not have to go through some of the headaches I had to go through. Kind of mentoring producers right now. But I'm still making music, though.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, coming from New Orleans, I remember some of the first music I ever heard was from New Orleans, old Fats Domino records my dad used to play.
Okay.
The music is so rich, you know what I'm saying, New Orleans. How did you first get into the music?
Let me see. In church, really. I ain't gonna even lie. I started out playing in church. That's where I got that ability to like remake or whatever I hear, just recreate it. But New Orleans is a gumbo of different styles. So before you know it, I was in a club here, I was in a studio there, I was doing this kind of music, doing that kind of music, and gigging and just vibing with other musicians really got me into the music scene. New Orleans is nothing. The music scene down there is just so rich. There's so many different types of stuff going on. So I try to get involved with as much of it as possible.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah. Well, you're a true musician. You know what I'm saying? You embody music as a whole versus just, programming something into a computer software. You really play the instruments. Yes, I do. So hats off to you for that, man.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Well, music is important. I encourage it. My daughter, she's in the band, and she could play Mozart on the keyboard. It's something I think all kids should get into. You know what I'm saying? And definitely needed. At what point in time did you hook up with No Limit Records?
Well, actually, I hooked up with Cash Money first. I was before their deal. I was playing a lot of keys for Manny Fresh. And a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know that, and I don't, walk around like it's, everybody kind of starts it at the No Limit point. But like, I was working with Fresh, not as a producer. I always give Fresh credit. He was the producer, but I was an in-house musician that played on a lot of his stuff that he asked me to play on, and that, Birdman/Baby. That's how I know him as Baby. They would pick me up and I'd come to the studio and play a lot of stuff, and the one that most people really know is that Drag 'Em in the River song. When they hear that, then they find out that I'm...
Yeah, the UNLV.
Yeah, on that UNLV Mystical disc. Yeah, so I actually started at Cash Money Records. And then...
So that you produced that track?
Well, I didn't produce it. Fresh produced it, but if all of the ideas of what to put in the song, like what he wanted in it, like that drag, all the stuff, the elements, he came up with. But all of the music, the bass line, keys, chords, stuff like that, he programmed it, but I played it all through.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So,
I
played it all. And back then I didn't know how to sequence, so I had to play the bass line all the way through and come back and play the pairs all the way through. And I didn't know how to sequence at all. I just knew how to play. So I had to just play all the parts all the way through. Yeah, live. All of that was played live, but none of it was sequenced.
Wow.
And then from there,
Gonna say you got your start with Cash Money pretty much. Then.
Yeah. I will always give them guys credit. I don't see. I mean, every so often I'll see Slim, but I will always respect that. That's where I really got my taste of music and music business and studio life. It started right there. I wasn't in the studio until I met Fresh, until I met Baby, until I met Slim. That was when I was in the studio. I was in the studio with a few other guys before then, but not as much, and not on that level, And then from there, I met Mia X, and after Mia heard some of the stuff I did over at the studio, then I was called up. I was actually called to No Limit to sing. I wasn't called to produce. So, I went up there to sing a hook for Mia, and she told me to go ahead and I always give credit to Mia. That's my big sister. She told me to go and put some stuff together, and I put about 3 beats together and played them for P, and I was on it from that point on.
Wow. That's amazing right there. That's amazing. We're gonna bring on a caller real quick. The homie Brandon. He's got a question for you, I believe, that he wanted to ask you.
Okay.
How you doing, Brandon?
I'm doing well, man. Honored to talk to you, first off, man. You produced on it's definitely one of my favorite albums of all time, and he's my favorite rapper of all time, Soulja Slim. Want to know what was Slim like? I've heard a million stories about how much he meant to the city of New Orleans. Just give us got any cool Soulja Slim story, or explain how big he was in the city?
Yeah, man. Slim is like considered like New Orleans hip hop royalty. Still, that's not gonna go away. And actually, I met BG, being at Cash Money first, and I didn't realize how much BG was like. It was like he was like Slim, and Slim always called him that's my son or my little brother. When I finally met Slim, by the time I met him, he was Soulja Slim. Before that, he was Magnolia.
Yeah.
And the dude he liked to work. He was easy to work with. He was easy to get along with. He had some good ideas, and I'll tell you this. Not long before he passed, he was in the medicine cabinet for Beats by the Pound studio, the Medicine Man studio. And he was sitting there and he was eating, and he gave me the concept, and I haven't told anybody the concept. It was a beat that he wanted to do. He said, "Oh, you're the only one I can get to do this beat," but we never got to work on it, and I've been holding it. I won't tell anybody, not even now, tell anybody what the concept was, but it was so dope that at some point I'm gonna pull it out I would prefer to pull it out with some of his lyrics, but it was. I think like a musician, but the way he laid it out to me, I don't even think on that level. So I can't wait to use it somewhere. But I'm being respectful because he gave me the idea. I don't want to give it to anybody else. I just don't want to.
Exactly. I feel you on that. That's some real shit.
Yeah. Have you ever met his son, Little Soldier Slim?
Nope. I have no. I mean, not everybody knows Katrina happened. Everybody scattered. Everybody went everywhere. We kind of bounced around. So there's a lot of people that if they walked up on me right now, I wouldn't know unless they introduced me or who they are or what they're doing. And, so no, I've never met his son. I'd love to meet him, but I've never met him.
He's doing his thing too.
Okay.
So is his younger cousin, Soldier Illuminati. We had KLC on the show. We brought him on. Dude sounded. I mean, he sounds just like his cousin. It's amazing.
Really?
Very talented. Very talented. Both of those guys, Little Soldier Slim and Soldier Illuminati. I'll send you some links to their stuff later so you can check them out.
Yeah, please.
But
BG's son. Yeah, BG's son too. He's doing a project with Little Soldier Slim.
Who was that?
BG, his son, T.Y.
Okay.
Him and Little Soldier Slim, they're working together. They're doing a project together, and they had already did a couple things together, like on T.Y.'s mixtapes. He has like Son of a Gangster. That's his like mixtape series. They've worked together a couple times on that. So yeah, that'd be dope to hear you with both of them. That'd be dope because I know KLC's working with them. So that'd be great for you with them, man. Definitely.
But now I was talking to you, and you told me you're doing like jazz and different things, man. What do you got going right now? Music.
Well, the thing about it is, long before I made a beat, I was playing. So it's not even like for the last maybe 4 or 5 years, I've done some production. I did a project with an independent artist out of Shreveport, Bozier, Kali, and then I just kind of got lost into playing live, gigging, playing with whoever, and I kind of lost those chops. You program a lot, you stop playing live, you got all the tricks of the studio, but I just kind of reconnected with playing live. But now, this next year, it's gonna be all about production. That's all I'm concentrating on for a solid year. 2017 is beats and more beats. That's all it is right now.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. That's what I'm talking about. Because Beats by the Pound, later became Medicine Men. What what was it like working collectively with Moby Dick and KLC and everybody else? What was the atmosphere like?
It was I mean, we're brothers, and it's still that way. People don't understand that. I talked to KLC, I talked to Moby, I went to junior high with Craig B, so that connection was always there. And when we worked in the studio, I remember we went to I think we was in a rap a lot, and we did a beat and in front of Jake Prince. And he was sitting there listening, watching us work, and he was like saying, "Man, I'm tripping off the fact that it ain't no ego involved in this. It's like if I walked into on a beat and I heard a concept, if I had to pull my stuff out for the beat or what I had out, but everybody kind of naturally fell into their own space. I was always bringing strings and drama. Craig B was always bringing funk. Moby Dick was always bringing something like some crazy, something that you never thought you'd do. And KLC was always hitting with them kicks and those drum patterns. And even if one day Craig B came with the drum pad, KLC wouldn't be like, well, nah, I'm that spot. Keep falling somewhere else. That's how we work. It's like we just get in where we fit in. And no ego in there. It's just we all love music, man. And it shows. If you watch us work, it shows.
Yeah. Mm. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of like what we had Mr. Serve on a while back too, and he was telling us it was the same way. Everybody just got in and got out. It was like I equated it to like the Carter, the rap rap version of the Carter on New Jack City. Like you got he's like you got dudes over here in this room, you got dudes over here in this room, and everybody was just working like a machine. It was just you come out of here, you lay your verse over here, and then he was telling us about the a phone call y'all got that pretty much ended everything pretty much.
Well, I'll say this. I know I'm not gonna. I didn't hear Sir's interview, so I don't want to be unfair to him. But I can say overall, all that really happened was a communication breakdown, and that's almost any relationship. Without putting anybody on blast, because I have no desire to see anybody from No Limit not make it. I don't care if I'm talking to you every day or I don't see you ever again. That family, that team, I'm happy that anybody on that team, P to everybody, I don't care who it is. If you with No Limit and you making it, keep making it. I'm happy for you. But it all came down to a communication break. That's all. If I'm talking to you, let's just say if I'm talking to you every day, and we have something going, and all of a sudden, I can't reach you. And now I'm talking to we're both talking to we are both talking to middlemen now. And the messages might not be get back to each other the way they need to get back to each other. So, a lot of people, I've heard a lot of folklore about how it went down, man, this happened and that happened. In the broadest sense, because I don't ever blast on people, but in the broadest terms I can put it, it was a communication breakdown, like the worst kind of communication breakdown you could ever have in a relationship. And once that happened, the two key players in that relationship, we're not getting all the information, so everybody's feelings are, everybody's getting in their feelings, and everything just broke down. And it's broke, relationships. When relationships break down, it ain't pretty.
Right, because it always seemed like No Limit was like that real family. It didn't seem, when y'all was doing y'all thing, it didn't seem like it was no, just like a whole bunch of rappers together and just doing things. It seemed like y'all was really, really teamed up and really jigging as a family for real.
Man, we still all running to each other, man. We still all talking. I mean, it's all like we just adapt somebody off, and I'm just shaking my head, man. How you been? What's been going on? And it's just, that it did what it did, that it turned the way it turned. Some people say it fell apart. Some people say it's still going strong. Whatever your belief is, that it changed the way it did. It's a noticeable change. You don't feel it like you used to feel it. It hurt us all. We had something special going, and then it wasn't anymore. So,
Yeah.
Right. I always feel like it still go, man, because the music still bump. Yeah.
Got it.
The music still bump. Like I listen to You Could If You Would, that Mystical. What was you thinking when you made that beat? That motherfucker right there, man.
I was thinking about what one of Mystical told me one of his favorite songs was Drag 'Em in the River. So I listened to Drag 'Em in the River for a week straight. I was there when it was made, so it was no problem. And then I said, I'm going to make something that a DJ could kind of blend with Drag 'Em in the River. And if you listen to You Would If You Could, you could tell I must have been listening to it when I did. I must have been listening to Drag 'Em in the River. And I made that song to blend with that song. And I was also a little, and I say we went all our separate ways. I was a little aggravated. I was a little angry. So I put aggression in the beat. So it came out the way it came out.
Yeah, that motherfucker right there. I still bump that motherfucker like I just heard, like it just came out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get a lot of love for that beat. Yep.
I want to ask you too, Odell, C Murder and Mac. You know what I'm saying? These guys, real humble dudes. They've been locked down for several years. Do you stay in contact with them at all, or is there any word of them getting out? I heard Mac might be getting out, but I don't know about C Murder.
I get messages from people. I just don't know what's going on there. When Mac went in jail, I knew Mac long before I came to No Limit. We were at another label when he was rapping with Storm. It was Mac and Storm. So I've been knowing Mac for just a little while, maybe 5 years before the tank, maybe 3 years before the tank. And I just couldn't, when he went in, I couldn't shake that. for a long time it was messing with me. I spoke to Mac maybe twice, maybe 3 times. It was me, Mac, and KLC on the phone. And we talked a few times. I told him I have a lot of old Mac music that nobody don't really have in my files that we did together. I haven't spoken to C Murder. Yeah, I haven't spoken to C Murder in a long time. But he has a guy that works with him, and we've spoken. So I'm like this. If I'm asked to make something for C Murder, I'm making it. If I'm asked to make something for Mac, I'm making it. For those people, and for a lot of them, you got it. Just call me and let me know. It pains me that they're in there like that because I've hung around both of those guys. It's just to know that they're locked up like that. I don't handle that well. To think about all that talent and actually good people. That's just I don't know. I don't know all the specifics. I don't follow the story. I don't know of new evidence. I don't know any of that. It just bothers me that they're locked up.
Yeah, real talk, man. Real talk.
Yeah.
But you said something, though, I want to go back to real quick. You said you got some unreleased Mac music. What era is this from? Is this from before the No Limit days or during the No Limit days?
Yeah. This is before No Limit. Me and Mac I got a beat that me and Mac did together. And yeah, he got on the beat and I got on the keys and we did something together, and then I got a few other tracks. And I was talking to him on the phone that one time, and I was like, "Yo, man, you remember this? You remember that?" He was like, "You have all of that?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm not letting that go anywhere. I'm just waiting on you." So maybe one day, maybe the rest of the world will hear it. Mac is a lyrical beast, has been since the day I met him. And that was back when he was about 17, I think, when I met him. He was a pizza-eating rap MC, and he was a fool back then. Yep.
Yeah. And when you got that beat saved for him, hopefully y'all get to use it real soon.
Yeah, man.
Got that music, you know what I'm saying? Because I know we'd all love to hear it. That's dope as hell. Hey, you're down there. You're close to the French quarters. Let's bring on the French connection, homie. You know what I'm saying? Lord Sinister. Soldier Sin, we'll call him for this episode. Sin, what's up, Soldier Sin? How you doing, man?
Jay, what's up, Brandon? What's up, Odell? Yes, tell us about the songs you did for Master P, like the Last Dawn, the Strip Keep Me Rolling, and also Give Me the World for Six the Shocker, and also you did the intro and outro for similar albums like Life for Death and Boss Alini. Tell us about this production you made for the No Limit.
Well, about the the C Murder intros and outros, we kind of had that. We kind of had that mafia, for lack of a better term, that kind of movie mafia type feel. They wanted a lot of that stuff, and long before I met with the Tank, I was trying to figure out how to piece out. I've always wanted to score movies, so I was always making stuff like that anyway. And I played something for C, and he was like, "I need intros and outros for my project." He said, "But I don't want it to be exactly like anything I play for you." He'd play me, I'd take the vibe, and I'd sit down and I'd make the intro. And I had to say, working with C Murder, that guy comes to the studio with a tablet and everything mapped out. He might need room for some unexpected stuff, but he comes to the studio so organized, and I guess that's his military past, I don't know. He came extremely organized. He said, "I need this, I need that, I need one like this, I need one like that," and he needed an intro and outro for them 2 albums, and he wanted me to keep it like a movie soundtrack. And as far as go ahead.
Oh yeah. And also, Give Me the World was a big hit for Six the Shocker you made also.
Say that again?
Yeah, Give Me the World was a hit for, you made a big hit for Six the Shocker also.
Yeah, with the intro, with the music playing and the talking and the meetup and that the way I ended it, was just some last minute, let me try something different. And a lot of people call me up they hit me up and they say they just like the way I ended the song. Because it feels like some type of movie soundtrack, a movie score.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Have you done many movie scores?
Nope, but I'm aiming my music in that direction. Any independents out there that I'm talking to people about it. I've always wanted to do that kind of work. Excuse me. And I think you can hear it in my music. There's always some type of drama going on in the track. Except for my jazz, which is coming from a different place. There's always some drama in all my tracks. So I just sit and listen to scores sometimes. I know all of the players in that game, and I just listen to scores from top to bottom.
I bet you could do something like Bill Conti type stuff, like some Rocky stuff. You know what I'm saying? You think you can?
If you say Nicole with me, go ahead.
Do you think you could do some stuff like that?
Man, yeah. You know what? I just do music. I don't see any of it as anything different from anything. It's just all music to me. It all blends. I know there's genres, but I don't even cater with this. What kind of music am I doing? I'm just hopefully good music. Outside of that, you can call it whatever you want to call it, but I just want to make good music that everybody can enjoy. If you rode in the car with me right now, man, I'd drive you crazy because I'd be listening to, Hans Zimmer's score of the Dark Knight Rises, just riding because I'm catching all of that feel,
Yeah. Well, that's the making of a true musician, man. Hats off to you, man. Real talk. Who were some of the artists that you grew up listening to?
Let me see. It was a lot of. Now, when I grew up listening to a lot of jazz, but at that time I couldn't tell you who I was listening to. My family and I have there's a lot of gospel in my family's background. A lot of gospel greats out there. But then, as I got older and I got to move around, inside the house I was listening to it, what mom was listening to. And then, just if it was somebody that was some good jazz, I was listening to it. I can't think of anybody in particular, but if it was some good jazz music. But when it came to hip-hop, I was listening to some P. Rock T.L. Smooth the other day, and it just took me back. I'm not ever going to criticize another generation for its style and flavor. I'm not supposed to understand. It's because it's not from me. But I just have a love for old school hip-hop because it was around that time, listening to EPMD and stuff like that, that made me really just love the music, I just felt it more. So.
Yeah.
So any particular artist, I can't really tell. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, your range of music, it showcases what type of artist you are. It shows that you have an open mind and you're willing to, go in different directions. And that's the making of a true musician. You know what I'm saying? Certain people limit themselves to one box. You can't do that.
Nah. Yeah.
If
you what it is about the pound, we willing to try. We got. I know I have say this to people, man. If you ever sat down and just sat in KLC's spot and just listened to some of the stuff, some of the unreleased stuff I have. Craig B just sent me something not too long ago. I was listening to something Moby had. It's just, man, we stretch. Now the game might not really be prepared for what we make, some of the stuff we make, man, but we stretch. We stretch it as far as we can. We all love music before we did beats, and we stretch it every time we sit down. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, of all the production teams I've ever heard, you guys are right up there at the top, and I salute you and all them guys. You know what I'm saying? I hope we can get in touch with Moby Dick and have him on the show. Everybody, man. Everybody's talented. Craig B., Carlos, everybody's talented, man. Before we go, though, I wanted to make sure to get your information if people want to get at you for production, for shows, whatever it is. what's the best way they can reach you, and give them your social media too, Odell?
If you just go to Facebook and go to pretty much every way to contact me is going to be on that page. If you just go to that page, my Facebook page, the one that says It's Odell, it's a black cover and it has all of the information at the top. Because I just put it up there. All the ways to contact me are right there. And I'm easy to catch up with. So just go to Facebook, go to It's Odell, and it's all there. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, man. I definitely want to thank you for coming on the show. It was a huge honor. Thank you for, chopping it up with us. I got one more question before you go. Is there ever any talks of you guys all getting back together and trying to, kind of do what you guys did in the 90s? Because I know Silk, I think it was Silk, Fiend, and Mr. Servon. They just did a show recently. You ever talk with the guys about getting back together with everybody?
Are you talking about Beats by the Pound, or are you talking about the whole thing?
Everybody. Beats by the Pound, No Limit.
Well, Beats by the Pound never really lost contact. We talk on a regular basis and work on stuff and shoot stuff to each other in email. That never really stopped. But as far as the Tank, I don't know. I don't see and talk to. I talk to Serv sometimes. I haven't talked to Silk in a long time. Key a long time. It's been a while since we just kind of scattered. We kind of scattered professionally, but then we scattered physically when the storm happened. I know it was a long time ago, but we all scattered to different cities, states, and stuff like that. So, if everybody, I think there's a slight desire for everybody to kind of come together and just do something. But will it happen? I don't know. And I'll tell you this: it needs to happen soon. If it's gonna happen, man, we ain't young as we used to be.
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to be
on that,
here.
Man.
Your
fans aren't young as they used to be. We're pushing our 40s. You know what I'm saying? So we want to hear it too, because we're getting too fucking old.
We got some. Hey, we pawpaws now, so we just if it's gonna happen, it needs to happen now. Because I'm not trying to be around here, limping to try to get it beaten, all that stuff. Stay on the stage, and I ain't trying to be gray hair and doing it. So.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully it happens, man. There's so many groups out there I want to see come back together. I want to see another Ghetto Boys album. Another 3-6 Mafia project, another 2 Live Crew project with all 4 members. Certain things you want to see before you check in, and definitely that's one of them, man. But Odell, I thank you so much for coming on the show. You're welcome on here anytime. Man, you take care of yourself, and we look forward to hearing much more from you in the future, man.
All right, appreciate it, man. Thanks for including me on the show.
Most definitely.
Right on, man.
Man, that right there was a huge honor for me. Like I said, I interviewed him in Murder Dog many years ago for the Medicine Men thing, but it was a huge honor for me to be able to bring him into the archive, man. He belongs in this legendary archive with all these pioneers and legends and, dope producers, artists, authors, wrestlers, you name it, man. I mean, the archive is full of dope.
We touching all bases.
People, and he's one of them that deserves to be in it. So I'm real happy we had him in the archive. Tomorrow night, make sure you tune in. We got Swifty McVeigh of D12. He's going to be on the show. He's got a brand new album coming out real soon. But this is for all the ones that's lost somebody. You know what I'm saying? I miss my homies. What's up, everybody? We're back here, episode 337 Murder Master Music Show. Just had legendary producer
Yes, sir.
Odell. You know what I'm saying? Beats by the Pound, Medicine Men. Dude's a legend. I mean, you're talking 75 million records. But yeah, man. I tell you what. Last night we had the cast of Let's Go. Brand new episode out there, Brownsville, New York, Brooklyn, doing their thing. We also had Stevie Ray, and man, the Stevie Ray interview kind of blowing up a little bit on the wrestling website. So who would have thought our first major press of 2017 is from wrestling?
Right.
It's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
That shows you, man, there ain't really no limit, pardon the pun, to what we're doing. It's like I called Spin, Soldier Spin, and Spin the Shocker. It was actually Brandon's name for him. Let's bring on Brandon and Shin. Hell of an interview, guys. Thank you for the questions that you both contributed. We knocked out another one.
Yo, thanks for letting me on, man, because, like, you know how much I love Soulja Slim, man, but I love the New Orleans hip-hop culture. Like, it might be my favorite. I don't know. It's hard for me to pick a favorite, but, I mean, he was a major player in that shit, so you know what I mean? So that means a lot to me. Thanks for having me on for that shit, for real.
Oh, yeah.
We need to start up. We need to start up with us for rebirth the real down south music.
It's the funk, man. That's that funk, that Southern gumbo funk. It comes from cats like Odell and Manny Fresh. See, I'm glad he talked about Cash Money too. I didn't know that he really kind of started over there with Cash Money. And what was dope is he made a beat for Mystical later on that was pretty much modeled after the same beat that was Dissing Him that he made with UNLV. You know.
And that song go hard, man. And Mystical rap on the shit perfect.
Yeah, that's how I heard of Soulja Slim. Magnolia Slim, that's how I heard of him. He was fucking with UNLV back in the day. I thought he was gonna sign with Cash Money, but got on with No Limit though. But that track is a classic, man. I still listen to that fucking track. That shit was hard as hell.
Yeah, hell yeah. Man, I tell you what, we're gonna keep doing these shows. We're gonna keep knocking out. We're gonna try to do 5 a week if possible. Monday didn't turn out so hot, man, but Tuesday and Wednesday were great. And Monday was still a dope show, man. It was us chopping it up, playing some good music, and hopefully we'll have Cuckoo Cal on in the future. I still haven't heard from him. As of now, he's AWOL. He done flew over the cuckoo's nest. Hopefully he's good. But we ain't slowing the fuck down, though, man, because tomorrow we got Swifty McVeigh from D12. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be a dope show. Friday, we got Bootleg of the Dayton Family, you know what I'm saying, along with T-Rock. Not to mention, he's also got the cast of a film he's working on. Bootleg is working on the cast of a film, or he's working on a film called Shattered Dreams out of Flint, independent film. It shows him tooting cane like he says in the fucking songs and shit. You know what I'm saying? It looks pretty wild, like it'd be a good flick. And then, you know what I'm saying, then we got T-Rock. He's got another, I think it's a double album coming out. He says he's going to send me some tracks for that. Then, kick it off next week, starting Monday, we got, Nashville legend, Green Wade. For those of you that don't know who Green Wade is, man, he was putting out music in Nashville in the early 90s, you know what I'm saying, and he was really doing his independent hustle thing. And one day, as the story goes, his door was kicked in by the police, and they didn't announce who they were, so he had a bust at him, and he ended up doing some time. And, he's out now, and he's putting out music. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to welcome him to the show. As y'all see, man, we're doing this, some of the stuff, Murder Master Music Show is its own element, but we're going to sprinkle that Murder Dog up in there, too, from time to time. And that's definitely one of the guys that we featured in, in the fucking Murder Dog. So we look forward to that. Then Tuesday, everything goes as planned. I just heard from, Young Noble himself that Tuesday is a go. So we're going to have the Outlaws on Tuesday, hopefully.
All right. And they just announced they greenlit them. They're going to drop the movie in theaters on Pac's birthday, June 16th. I seen that trending on Facebook earlier today.
Yeah.
It's supposed to hit theaters. It's supposed to hit theaters on Pac's birthday.
Now, we got to talk about that. Wednesday, I already got the tracks. You know what I'm saying? I'll play one of the fucking tracks right now, man. We got Yuckmouth back. Got a new fucking album. You know what I'm saying? And he sent me some stuff, man. This song right here is Birds. It's like paying homage to Birds in the Kitchen. It's like a remix of what Sibo did, and it kind of reminds me of American Dream too. You know what I'm talking about when you hear the beat. We'll be right back, chop it up for a little bit more, and then we're going to wrap up. Ending a dope song with Robert De Niro saying, "Fuck your mother." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was Bobby D from the motherfucking Raging Bull, for those of you film buffs that don't know what the fuck that was. Man, hell of a track right there. That's if that's setting up the new Yuck Mouth, and I'm telling you, I got a couple more bangers from him too. It's good. It's some dope stuff. So we look forward. We always have fun with Yuck on the show. Even when he said that Trinidad James stuff and wanted to recant, that was still, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it was all good, man. You know, I recanted it for him. I sent out a statement, and I said, on behalf of Yuck Mouth, I forget what I said exactly. It's like he doesn't stand by these statements he says, but we do it. The Murder Master Music Show. Fuck that faggot, Trinidad James. Fuck the swagger. You know what I'm saying?
We went in on them business.
You know?
Yeah, we went in on them. Fuck
and that's the homie right there, man. Everything I've done, you know what I'm saying, as far like when I dropped the compilation, sure, no problem. You know what I'm saying? He hooked me up, man. He was there. He was there from the beginning of the show till now. So I got nothing but love for Yuck Mouth. You know, even back in the Murder Dog days, always been a humble dude. So we look forward to having him on the show. Friday we're going to have. I'm debating on whether or not we're going to have a double episode or not. Not this Friday. Friday the fucking 27th. We're going to have Little Noid out of Memphis legend. He hit us up, you know what I'm saying, but we're going to probably have somebody else on the second half. And then, man, all we need to do is hook up a show for Thursday, man. We got next week filled the fuck up, too. Then I'm going to start booking shows for the following week. You know what I'm saying? And, of course,
you know what I'm saying? Breaking you bitches
Sunday,
off.
This Saturday and Sunday, Underground Saturday nights, and the Church Reality, you know what I'm saying, 9 p.m. Central. You know, we're doing it every fucking day. You know, even the homie Exit Only said, do 2 shows a day. I don't think I could do that just yet, but that might be in the works next year, maybe. Speaking of Exit Only, there he is. Exit Only, my brother. How you doing? I think.
Good, brother Scott.
Yeah,
what's going on with the press, Mac J,
Man, we just had a great show.
Good.
We had.
Man, my
Odell.
bad. I'm sorry I hit so late. Yeah, I know Odell from Beats by the Pound was there, man. I'm sorry I hit so late. I told B I just got in from that workforce, and that shit ain't no joke.
No.
We all trying to get to a point to where we ain't got to be slaving for other motherfuckers, and we can sit there and work for ourselves.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. That's real talk, man. Definitely. You know, and I'm getting a little scared, not to get too political, because you know we got Sunday's show for that. But I'm getting scared what's going to happen over the next 6 months with our new reality TV star president. That big fucking goofball likes to. Doesn't he like golden showers? Didn't y'all hear about that shit? He had some prostitutes having an orgy with some golden showers. And that's why his hair's so fucking yellow. Deep, man. Bitches be pissing on top of his head.
I literally thought that was a possum he had laying still on his head. I didn't even know that was hair. I thought he trained some animal not to move when he started walking.
That wouldn't surprise me either. You know what I'm saying? That's the groundhog day. But, you know, we got a lot of crazy things popping off, man, you know, in 2017. Let's see what we got on the line right here, right now. Area code 424. How you doing, 424?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Real good, man. How you doing?
Man, I was just calling to tell y'all, man, I listen to your show all the time. I don't catch it live a lot of times, but I do listen to it on the podcast every time, and I love what y'all doing, man. Y'all giving a lot of these classic, legendary people a chance to shine. And a lot of times people don't like to mention, I grew up in the era, you know, of these legendary people. And a lot of people want to mention these people don't, you know, these people don't get their props like these producers and these rappers because New York hip-hop media controlled the narrative at one point. So no matter how many records you sold at that time, you wasn't getting in the magazines. You know, you wasn't doing nothing. You wasn't getting no love. And people hate to, recognize that. Murder Dog, stepped in and gave a lot of people love that was supposed to get love. That didn't get love from New York hip-hop media. They controlled everything because there was no internet back then or anything. So they put the people they wanted on the front line, you know what I'm saying? So I'm glad you guys are doing this.
Definitely,
I appreciate it, man.
Because I remember, even like I'm from the West Coast, I remember like DJ Quick, everybody had classic albums. To this day, they're not labeled as hip-hop classic albums. You know what I'm saying? Because New York media had the stamp on a classic album back then. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't lying, man.
They were classic in the street, though.
Yo, real quick, happy birthday to DJ Quick and Sugar Free, man. Happy birthday. Good birthday.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, legends, man. We need to have both of them on the show. If you guys are, anybody listening that is cool with them, man, tell them to get at us because we want to have them on the show as well. Class of 91 was my shit because you had DJ Quick, High C, AMG, and Second to None all drop the same fucking year. That was, to me, those 4 albums were classics. And I always felt that, after songs like Coming Like This, and I always felt them guys should have been had the group albums, you know what I'm saying, as well as the solo stuff. They should have done some group albums, but they never did. So, hopefully they will in the future. I think AMG and Quick did the Fixers, but I'd like to see them all do something together. But, yeah, you're right, man. A lot of these media outlets, especially on the East, they're real fucking dumb and reckless about these stupid best of the best lists. Now, we used to do that in Murder Dog, you know what I'm saying? We'd have the best of the best, but we would never, okay, this person was number one, this person was, no, we just put a bunch of people in there, you know what I'm saying, and showcase people from every fucking where. We might have 100 albums in there, not 10 fucking albums. And what they do is they always pick pretty much the same 10 people. You know what I'm saying? But now, look who's getting the honors now. They have Lil Wayne at the top of the list, Drake. Even in some instances, Yachty, and that guy can't even rap a bar. If he had a whole truck full of Kit Kats. The motherfucker fumbles.
That one dude is worse. That little Uzi Vert. That dude, I think that dude's the worst rapper ever.
Worse than Yachty? Holy shit.
Yeah.
Bill, I really think he is worse than Yachty. It's crazy.
And you know what I'm mad at? I'm mad at these classic rappers and these lyrical rappers. Like, sometimes they say the politically correct answer because they feel like they don't want to be the old guy. They don't want to say these dudes is whack because they don't want to feel like the old guy hate. You know what I'm saying? That's where we messing up at. Nobody wants to feel like the old guy, so they want to say, well, let the youngsters do their thing, but they making death music. I mean, they making music.
They don't want to be the old grouch. I feel you. I'm the old grouch. I'll take that. I'll take that title. I'm the old crabby motherfucker, and I don't like these young Jimmy Jean wearing yeast infections, faggots, swaggets. You know what I'm saying? But
these young dudes, they don't respect nothing. And they call it evolution. It's not evolution.
Agree with that. I'm glad you said
it's
that.
It's not evolution, though.
They don't respect nothing. Do you remember when people, when you grew up in the city, there was order? You know what I'm saying? If you didn't maintain that order from wherever you were from, you got dealt with. And it got to a point where the order started to run wild and rampant. You had thousands upon thousands of renegades doing whatever the fuck they wanted. They didn't respect anyone. And now you got a whole generation of people like that don't give a fuck who came before the rap name that you had for 20 years and make it their name. Not even Googling to see if there is a rapper with that name or a production company.
We don't got guys like you. We don't got guys no more that would tell the youngsters when they talking about syrup and that shit is stupid because these older guys, they feel like they want to hang out and party with these young guys. They want to be accepted by the young guys. The roles done switched. Us as youngsters, we used to want to be accepted by the older dudes. Now the older dudes want to be accepted by the young dudes. Me, I ain't even gonna lie. I done been in the pen. I done did all the stupid stuff. But at least I can look back and say, damn, when my big homie told me back in the days, even though I didn't listen, that shit was real. These youngsters ain't gonna be able to look to that because they big homies ain't telling them nothing. They ain't gonna be able to look back even when they get older and say, hey, man, what he told me was real back then. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna be able to say that. They gonna be like, yeah, he told me to go do my thing. Do my thing. Keep doing me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
saying? That's what bothers me about all this. Is like these new guys, like they show a total lack of respect for what came before them. They don't even care, and then some of them even have the balls to diss. You know, like Lil Yachty dissed Biggie the one time. Like what the fuck? And
DJ Premier too. He said he wouldn't rap on
DJ
Premier
beat. When people, and then when people like. You're like R.A. the Rugged Man stood up for it, True Life, Saigon, those dudes that are actual lyricists. When they say something about those guys, everybody attacks them like, oh, you're just
like they're haters.
Like, nah, man, shit sucks.
But I got this ready for them.
Fuck you!
You know, say something like that, then.
Fuck your mother!
One more time, friends.
We ought to deal with these little motherfuckers. And really, fuck
hey,
your mother, because your mother ain't
earlier.
raised half you right. You know what
that's
I'm saying?
What I was talking about earlier. Some of the older hip-hop dudes I look up to, they scared to say anything because they going to get criticized. That's why
I love it when the guys come on that aren't afraid.
Well, homie, I'm going to sit there and tell you this exit only. I'm an OG in the game, and I'm going to tell you that them motherfuckers are whack. And I'm a hater, yes, I am, because I do not like that bullshit. And if that bullshit make me a hater, then fuck it. I'll wear that title.
Hey, yo, Pred, do you got Change Gotta Come handy real quick?
So I got what?
007, Change Gotta Come. The Yachty.
Oh, of course, man. That's
let our caller hear that, man. When we sign off, caller, whatever your name is, bro. Whenever we're signing off, man, stay on the line and listen to the song we're about to play for you, man.
Okay, I'm definitely.
You're gonna love it, man.
You gotta check this song out. It's called "A Change Come" by Caliber 007. You know what I'm saying? That dude is one of the real ones, man. He's not afraid. You know what I'm saying? He's not afraid to go at these lames, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you got to do. You got to go at these lames. Can't be afraid of them. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you can't be afraid to be looked upon as the old hater. You know, I fully embrace that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a hater on anybody getting money. You know what I'm saying? Anybody feeding their family, I'm not a hater on that. But I'm a hater of those who push that crap ahead of talent. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a hater.
He just got the biggest press of his life the other day on a wrestling show. On fucking Raw, man, some guy held up a sign, K. Reno dropped 7 albums on one day. That's how we have to make the media even pay attention to something like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's K. Reno stuff was sick, too. Sick albums.
Yeah, he dropped 7 high-quality classic albums, you know what I'm saying, on the same day. You know what I'm saying? Nobody has done that in any genre of music, and we can't say that enough. You know, it needs to be talked about.
But you know what's wrong with these idiots, these social media idiots? You could do anything long as you got some money in your hand while you're on social media. I know that you could say anything. You could say you fuck Lil Baby.
Yeah.
Long as you got a stack of money in your hand, when somebody goes against you, they're going to say you a hater. You a hater because he got money. He said he fucked Lil Baby, so he got money. Like, I'm going to say, for instance, this is a dude named Black Youngster. This dude act like a fucking idiot. Long as he got money in his hand, you can't say nothing about that dude. He can say the dumbest shit. He acts like a retard. And as long as he got money, if you say something about him, you got these people like calling you a hater. He's getting money. You're a hater. But if he didn't have that money in his hand, he'd just be a retard. It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Like I said, I am a hater. This is what you need to think about, little homie, and I want you to really put this in mind. What is being real in a room full of fake motherfuckers? it ain't shit. So the thing is, the real always gonna be looked at as a hater. So I embrace that. You know what I'm saying? Just like Scott just said. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't hate on nobody making their money, but what I do hate on is you using my craft and ain't taking it serious to make money. I hate on that. But the simple fact is, motherfucker, find something else to do. You can't put on a goddamn scrub suit, go in the hospital and do surgery on a motherfucker and say you a doctor.
Yeah, exactly.
Just because these motherfuckers got money to buy studio time, that don't make them no motherfucking rapper. I take this shit serious.
You were doing it before there was computer programs that could be downloaded for free, microphones that could be bought real cheap online.
Man, reel to reel, that to that. I've been doing this before digital. And if a cat can't sit there and tell me that he didn't deal with reel to reel, that or that, then I don't even need to be talking to him because he ain't even on the level of my comprehension.
Yeah,
exactly. Real music.
Yeah, that's real shit, man.
He wasn't pasting. Odell wasn't pasting beats together. Like, I'm just gonna paste this right here, copy and paste.
No. They were doing tracks, man. They was making music. That was making music. When you actually sit down with that drum machine, you making music.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Real shit.
I remember Clientele was on here, and we were talking about that. Like, people think like a producer is just somebody that makes the beat. Like, there's a lot more to it than that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't just like put out like anybody can call themselves a DJ or producer nowadays, but like the actual form of producing it isn't the same. It's like back in the day, it was.
Did you see the interview when Rakim said that's when rap died? Rap died when the producers became more famous than the artists. That's when rap died. When people start actually putting the person who's looping these goddamn tracks together. If you pay attention, all that shit is really the same goddamn track. They might change up a sound, but it's the same fucking track.
Yeah, that's real shit, man.
You know what I'm saying? And I done rapped the water drops. I done watched Luda be on prank and motherfucker give him the wackest beat ever, and he still flow on it. Because he's an artist, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to make this shit work even with nothing to work with. That's an artist. An artist take a plain white canvas and paint you a picture on it. That's an artist. Now, what's the purpose of having a canvas that already got a backdrop and all you got to do draw a car on it? That don't make you an artist.
Yeah, he definitely, you're going to swing on the head, man.
Hey, and DJ Vlad would be the wax producer of the podcast game, because I see he takes a lot of y'all material and then be putting it out there and don't be giving props and
Vlad,
man.
A lot of young motherfuckers do that shit. Piggyback riding motherfuckers, man.
Well, they steal from the underground. You know what that means when you steal from the underground? That just means one day you're going to meet somebody from the underground that you stole from, and then you're going to have to pay what you owe.
Exactly.
Alki, if you're listening, Alki, over there in your little studio, so we're going to come see you next week, Alki. Best believe, as a Breakfast Club, we're gonna make that Fredro meter fucking turn as red as fucking explode. Because motherfuckers, and when they still Wackatel, you got multi-million backers, you know what I'm saying, and you still got to come steal from the underground. You know what I'm saying? Pay homage, pay respect, and do it the right way.
Real shit, Fred. When people like that, they steal shit from you and Mac J, like, I started fucking with you guys as a fan, you know what I mean? They stole from you. All that says to me is your show's better than that.
100% correct.
Oh, it's 100% better too.
They can't pull those interviews like you do, man. Like you and Mac J. Like I tell everybody, that's the best thing you ever did was put Mac J as your co-host, because Mac J be getting dope ass answers out of these fuckers.
Man, I had no choice. He put a gun to my head and said, "If you don't make me a co-host, I'll kill you." Man, he called in episode 2, and he's here at episode 300 and what is it, 337. So
yeah, man,
it was a no-brainer. You know, and you know, the whole purpose of the show, I wanted to make it interactive with y'all. I wanted to give you guys the experience of what I had writing for Murder Dog live on air, so you could, because every time I'd interview somebody for Murder Dog, you know, unless they were on that Hollywood bullshit, make me sit in my house, wait on them all day, I was like in awe, because I'm a fan, like you said, first and foremost. I was like, wow, this is dope, man. I'm talking to Master P or Bushwick Bill, whoever it is. I want to be able to share that with people like you, other people who went and bought those records and those tapes, you know what I'm saying, the CDs. And that's what it's all about, man. That's what we do. So anybody that's got want to steal from the underground, and you come to the wrong place, because we will find you eventually. Best believe that. Here's Caliber 007. Shane's got to come. Make sure you tune in tomorrow, same place, same time. We got Swifty McVeigh of D12. And, you know what I'm saying, we're out this mother.